might as well rock and roll. We might as well rock and roll.
Good evening. I was about to say afternoon. Evening, peeps. Evening. How are we all doing? Everyone's doing well. Thank you very much for joining me. Let's just go with a quick video today because, as you know, I will be live at 10:30 with my sign keeps falling down with the Coppish boys on my Big Up channel. So make sure you're getting over there at 10:30. I don't know what the fuck's going on here with my sign. Everything's shit. Oh, what the motherfucker! Oh, fuck you. Right. Oh, dear. Yeah, big up, everyone. I just, guys, if you're not getting big up notifications anymore on your emails, is because there's a notification tab now on Big Up itself. So if you've got a Big Up account, there's a notification tab there now. But I am there live at 10:30 tonight. With the boys, it's going to be a full house. It's myself, it's Drifty, it's Matt, it's Cal. The whole gang is there. We got a lot to talk about as well, so that is going to be a fun show. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put the link to my Big Up channel in the live comments, and then I will pin it, and then I will pin that to the top of the live chat. So it's pinned at the top of the live chat. Guys, 10:30 tonight, myself, Matt, Cal, and Drifty, a full house, vibes with Coppish. I don't know, I think it's episode 16. 10:30 p.m. tonight on my Big Up channel. The link is in the live chat. It is pinned at the top of the live comments. If you've not got a Big Up account, guys, all you got to do is have an email and a password. That is all it takes to open up a Big Up account, guys. Just like if you open up a Google account to comment on YouTube, it's exactly the same thing. So, yeah, get over there tonight, 10:30, guys. I think it's going to be a lot to talk about, man. Yeah, Big Up is free, man. It's just it's a little bit like YouTube, but we don't get copywritten. So, yeah, and we don't get demonetized. So, yeah, it's good, man. If you've not been there before, go there now, guys. Go and subscribe to the channel. Coppish are over there as well. Matt, Cow, and Drifty and all that have their own shows. Never a Fails over there. There's loads of people over there, like the YouTube community. Yeah. But I am going to now talk about this whole Ekitike stuff. It's very interesting. I am not breaking down and going mad over this. I'm quite positive. You guys know I'm quite a positive character anyway, but especially when it comes to Liverpool stuff. I've seen a lot of people break down. A lot of people saying this is shit. This is crap. This is terrible. I can't believe it. I'm not in that. I'm not in that camp. I really ain't. And as you guys know, when I did my videos the last few weeks, um, I've been saying that I would like Ekitike. Ekitike is one of my choices. If we couldn't get Isak, I'm all for Ekitike every single day of the week. I think Ekitike is a very, very good player. Um, we shouldn't go on stats all the time because we should identify the player and not identify the club or the league he's playing in. Just identify the player. I think Ekitike is a far better footballer than, say, Darwin Núñez. I think there's parts of Ekitike's game that are very good. The link-up play is excellent. He can play with his back to goal. He can drift out into the wide positions and be very comfortable. His link-up play with the number 10 is very good. And considering we just bought the best number 10 in Europe, I think it matches up quite well. I think it's a good player to have. Look, he's not a better goal scorer than Alexander Isak. You know, I'm not being stupid here. I can understand Alexander Isak is a tremendous goal scorer. There's no doubt about that. Ekitike is 23 years of age. You know, he's obviously got, you know, he can get to them levels for me. Can he surpass Isak at them levels? Maybe not. We will see. But he has the potential to get to them levels. There's no doubt about that. You know, he's not like he's quick, but he's not outrageously quick. You know, he's not as quick as say Darwin is, but he's quick. He can move. He's powerful when he moves with the ball as well. You know, he shrugs off defenders. Look, when you watch YouTube, I'll big up David. When you watch YouTube, I will start and pin all your super chats, guys. So I've got all the super chats starred and pinned. So if you are sending super chats in, or any kind of messages like that, or memberships or anything like that, I'll star them and they've been pinned to the live chat so I can go back to them and read them. I'll read them in a little bit. So I'm not ignoring your super chats, guys. If you do send them, I'll get back to them in a bit, I promise. Obviously, YouTube clips can make anyone fucking look like a world-class footballer. Do you know what I mean? Like anybody. You can look like a world-class footballer. So don't go always on YouTube clips, although it is fun to look at YouTube clips because I think you can judge, you can see if a player has got ability. There's no doubt about that. You can see if a player's got ability, the way they hold up the ball, the way their first touch is, the way they can turn, drop the shoulder. You know, that stuff can be there. There's no doubt about that. But I've seen Ekitike play a few times, and as I keep telling you guys here, I'll always tell you this, you know, I will only rate players when I've seen them play. I can't pretend, someone coming to Liverpool and I've never seen them play and I get all excited about it. You know, I've seen Ekitike play a few times, and the reason I've watched Ekitike play a few times is because I've rated him for a while, and I was more interested in seeing Harry plays and what his best skill set is and stuff like that. And you know, I think he's got a lot of skill set for a person his age. You know, that 23 age bracket. You know, I think he's got a skill set there. And you know, you look at Isak. Isak's really pushed on in the last 2 years of his career. Yeah? The last 2 years of his career is where he's really pushed on as a goal scorer. I think, big up, Kurt. If you look at obviously Isak's when he was 22, 23, they're very similar numbers. You know, number-wise to someone like Ekitike last season. Now, Ekitike has obviously came through the PSG. I believe he came through the PSG Academy. He never really made it at PSG because he was quite young at the time, but you've got to remember who was at PSG at the time when he was there. You had the Messis and the, you know, and the Mbappes of this world and the who's the Uruguayan striker? I can't remember Uruguayan striker. So he had a lot of people in his way at the time, weren't going to make it through, got his move to Frankfurt. And his move at Frankfurt, the first season wasn't the best, but last season, he looks absolutely mint to me. You got to feel like what he played with at Frankfurt. Frankfurt are a decent side. They're not Liverpool, obviously, but they're a decent side that make Champions League football. He helped Frankfurt get Champions League football. We have to remember that, as did Marmoush. him and Marmoush are a very good partnership. And after Marmoush left in January, Ekitike was the lone man. He was basically the main guy at Frankfurt. He was the main guy. So you got to look at where he was from January onwards, and he was still doing quite well. Obviously, he was better when Marmoush was there because you got two good players playing alongside each other. So I look at it like that. I look at it in a way that I'm seeing a technically very good footballer here, a technically very, very good footballer here, and he was bought by PSG. There you go. But he was a young guy at PSG. How old was he at PSG? 19? 19? Sajmon, can you tell me that? Is he 19 when he was at PSG? He was a young guy, weren't he? Cavani, big up my man. Yeah, Cavani. You know, you had all them players. There's parts of his game. Now, I've been told today, like, people come at me today because I tweeted about it and I said, I think he's a decent player. I think stats-wise, you can look at that. And stats-wise, yeah, he got 22 GA and 12 assists last season, all right? So he got 34 GA in 44 games. That was Ekitike last season. 34 GA in 48 games in all competitions for Frankfurt last season. That's pretty decent in Germany with a Frankfurt team. Now, you take that player and you put that player in Liverpool alongside the quality that Liverpool have got, you expect him to improve. I'm just so sweaty, the glasses steaming up. You expect him to improve, get better alongside quality players at our football club. Look, Isak is a far better goal scorer. There's no question about that, yeah? And no one's comparing, because if anyone compares, it's a bit silly at the moment. It's like a 3-year age gap. They're at different ends of their careers at this moment in time. Isak is the finished article. We know this. Ekitike is not the finished article, which we can all agree with right now. Ekitike is nowhere near the finished article. I'm not bothered about not completely having the finished article, right? Because we do have Mo Salah at our football club. And even if Alexander Isak joined Liverpool this summer, I am still in the belief that Mo Salah would probably still outscore Alexander Isak, yeah? We have got firepower up top, yeah? There's no doubt about that. Cody Gakpo is, as much as he's in and out of games at times, Cody Gakpo is still a goal scorer who scores goals, yeah? Still gets double-figure goals. I'm all right with Ekitike, guy. I don't know what to tell everyone. I'm happy about Ekitike coming to Liverpool. I really am. I'm not sitting here, unhappy with Ekitike. I'm not sitting here bashing the table and going, fuck this shit. Why are we going for Ekitike? Liverpool have always wanted Ekitike. Liverpool have always wanted Ekitike. We know this. We do this show every day, guys, for the last weeks and weeks and weeks. Fabrizio Romano has always said, David Ornstein has always said, Ekitike was always Liverpool's main choice. But they wanted to go for Isak. They believed Isak was available, yeah? Liverpool believed Isak was available. They believed they could attempt to get Isak out of Newcastle. The fact of the matter is, at this moment in time, we have to just go with what we know right now. Things can change, of course, because things in football can change 24 hours to 24 hours, yeah? Newcastle, will, by the look of it, are not even going to attempt to sell, big up Indian Scouser, not go to sell Alexander Isak, no matter pretty much how much Liverpool, at this moment in time, offer them. Liverpool, at the same time, can't play that risk of going for a striker all summer, guys, that they might not get. And then, if Ekitike goes elsewhere, remember, I know a lot of people don't like Ekitike and saying it's a downgrade and all that. We've been after Ekitike all summer. He's been one of our top targets. We know this because we spoke about it so much. Liverpool couldn't afford to go down to a summer with Newcastle because, guys, this wouldn't have been done in a week. The Liverpool, Isak and Newcastle stuff wouldn't have been done in a week. It would have been a long, drawn-out summer to get Isak out of Newcastle. And what happens if we didn't get him and we're left with nothing? And we've got absolutely nothing. I tell you what, everyone will be going absolutely mad now. Everyone will be going, why didn't we just get Ekitike? Why did we risk it all for Isak and we got nothing this summer? Do you see what I'm saying? Liverpool couldn't face that risk of not getting him. You know, it's as simple as that. We couldn't play that risk. Now, obviously, there's a lot of reports that Liverpool could still buy both of them. That could happen. Liverpool could buy Liverpool could buy Isak next summer. That is a possibility as well. You know, I don't know. I don't know if Isak's going to sign a new contract with Newcastle, to be perfectly honest. And if he's not, then Isak could be cheaper next summer. Liverpool could have priority over him and they go for him next summer. That is a possibility, guys. That is a massive possibility. And here's another one. You know, a lot of people talk about Osimhen. I talk about Osimhen. I think Osimhen is probably a better goal scorer than most of the strikers in the market right now. He's arguably as good as a goal scorer as anyone in the market, but no one wants him. I don't know why no one wants him. I have no idea. I don't know if it's wages related, is it attitude related. I have no idea why no team wants Osimhen. You know, Arsenal decided, you know what, we ain't going to chase Osimhen. We just want Gyökeres. You know, Arsenal were looking at Gyökeres and Sesko. They weren't looking at Osimhen. Chelsea, they needed a goal. They needed a bagsman up front. They went, you know what, we'll go and get the guy from Ipswich and João Pedro instead of Osimhen. You know, Man City went and got Mamouche. Liverpool not even looking at him. There's a reason. I don't know what the reason is, by the way. I have no idea. But for some reason, no one wants Osimhen. Why? Can't explain it to you guys. I really can't. Because he's the best goal scorer probably out there, you know. And no one's going in for him. But this Ekitike stuff, I can't change people's minds. I can't go to people that don't like Ekitike. Right, guys, you're wrong here. This is why I like Ekitike. Yeah, I think Ekitike is going to be really good, and a lot of people will go look at him and think, shit, he's actually decent, man. AFCON could be one. THC, good point, man. He could be that guy. He could be that guy. Look, as I keep saying with Ekitike, I've watched him numerous times because I was very interested in the player. As soon as I learned that Liverpool were liking Ekitike and were linking themselves to Ekitike back in January, remember that's how far back it goes with Liverpool and Ekitike. It does go back to the beginning of the year. Liverpool have been looking at him for. I was watching his games closely and stuff, and there's stuff he does that I really rate. You know, he's a good link-up striker. You know, if there's one thing we will say about Darwin Núñez, he's not a very good link-up striker. Ekitike actually is. Ekitike is a very good link-up striker. And, you know, he links up with the number 10, the wide players and the midfield players very well. He runs into space very well. Some of his goals inside the box are always just inside the... just in the middle of the goal. He gets himself into decent positions in the middle of the goal. He's a good footballer. All round, he's a better footballer than Darwin Núñez is. And I think with Darwin's goal scoring apart, a lot of people are always a bit annoyed with his link-up play. You know, I know he's got assists because people will always talk to you about Darwin Núñez assists. Darwin Núñez assists, a lot of them, are 2-yard passes to Mo Salah who puts it in the back of the net. They're not like outrageous link-up play or anything like that, yeah? But he's a good footballer, is Ekitike, and he will score goals for Liverpool. I think he will create a lot of goals for Liverpool as well, in my opinion. I think his ability to drift out to the left-hand side, if you watch Ekitike a lot, you'll see his ability to drift out to the left-hand side and create opportunities out in the left wing area and drift in from there which if you've got a very good left winger who doesn't mind drifting into the middle of the box, i.e. like a Diaz, i.e. like a Cody Gakpo, that can open up space for him as well. Again, he'll link up with Wirtz very well with that position he picks up on the pitch. He's a link-up striker, and he's a very good link-up striker. I just think Isak was massive. Look, Isak wasn't no PR shit. I know, because this is the way Liverpool fans start to think all the time. Oh, it's PR, it's PR. Here's what happened with Isak, yeah? Liverpool, if you go and listen to Fabrizio Romano's YouTube show earlier, right, he pretty much put it down. Ekitike has always been Richard Hughes' first choice. But then there was an opportunity for Alexander Isak that they thought they just couldn't turn down. And they believed they could, if they could, they would try for Alexander Isak, always knowing that they would get Ekitike. It's when Newcastle started to go, you know what? Newcastle played the game of trying to get the player that we wanted as well. So Newcastle decided to go in for Ekitike, right? And Liverpool knew that they couldn't afford not to have a striker next summer. Liverpool don't want Benjamin Sesko, yeah? So Liverpool were looking at it and going, right, we can't let Newcastle get Ekitike and then think we can just get Isak, because Newcastle's owners don't need to sell because they're so wealthy. So Liverpool decided to take their chance, and Newcastle knew this. You've got to give credit to Newcastle. They played the game as well. And they saw the game and went, right, we're going for him knowing that we're not going to buy him, but we'll put a bid in knowing that he'll probably get rejected, because Liverpool, and I don't know if you guys saw it, I'll keep going back and forth on this year. David Ornstein and that put out an article earlier. Liverpool spoke to Ekitike over 48 hours ago. It was just before Newcastle put a bid in for Ekitike. So Liverpool had Ekitike in their back pocket, right? He was always number of choice. But Liverpool saw a point of buying Isak. Liverpool want Isak, yeah? There's no doubt in that. That if they could, I reckon if they could, they would buy both. Mo Chatra on Twitter today put out a thread talking about if Liverpool have got the money to buy both if they could. The problem with Isak, yeah, Liverpool had the money to go and buy him. Newcastle are not going to sell him. It's as simple as that. Isak wants to go to Liverpool, but Alexander Isak is not going to put in a transfer request into Newcastle. He's not that kind of player. He doesn't seem that kind of person. He seems very down-to-earth, grounded kind of human. And I don't believe he would treat Newcastle in that way. And I don't think Liverpool thought that he would treat Newcastle in that way. And that is why Liverpool have not pushed it. Because if Liverpool really, really thought that he would push it, then Liverpool would push this transfer still. Now, look, nothing's really come out on the Newcastle side of things yet. I don't think Liverpool have totally given up on Isak, guys, right now. I don't think we've totally given up on Isak. But Liverpool need a striker. Liverpool need a striker. And they had to make sure they got one in, which at the same time still doesn't mean they've given up on Alexander Isak. We have to remember this. But Newcastle are going to play a hard game. Do we all want to go through the whole summer wondering if we're going to buy a striker and then we don't get one? Or would you guys rather us go and get a striker now in Ekitike, but still try and get Isak later down the line, you know, and not burn any bridges? Liverpool are trying to not burn any bridges with Newcastle. They don't want to upset them and piss them off totally. So they're not trying to burn bridges here. But they need to get a striker in. We'd be dumb not to. Can you imagine if we didn't get a striker? Big up, Sylvester. Can you imagine if we didn't get a striker in? We'd be fucking fuming. You know, we would be fuming if we didn't get a striker in. So Liverpool are trying to get the Ekitike stuff done. I believe the way it's been spoke about today, Ekitike looks like it will probably be done by the weekend. Liverpool are moving extremely fast on this deal. They're not messing around. They're trying to get this done before the weekend. By the weekend, so Ekitike can fly out with the rest of the squad for pre-season in Japan. So they're trying to get that done. But with Isak, guys, I don't look. I don't think Liverpool are giving up hope on him. But we've done the right thing as a football club. We've done the right thing as a football club. We've gone and got a good striker into the club, and we're going to sell Darwin Núñez, make money off him, and we're going to get an upgrade in that position. Liverpool have done the right thing, in my opinion. People might not like the player we've gone and got, but who else is out there? Honestly, who else is out there? So I think Liverpool got the second best on the market, in my opinion, and that's what they've gone and done. But the Isak thing's not done. Yeah, let's just wait. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens with Isak. I think Liverpool obviously had encouragement from Alexander Isak, and that's why they approached Newcastle. Remember, Liverpool didn't make a bid for Alexander Isak. We must remember that. No money was turned over. No exchange of anything happened. It was just a conversation to see if Alexander Isak is available. And Newcastle probably told us to fuck off. It's as simple as that. Isak probably wants to leave Liverpool, leave for Liverpool. There's no doubt about that. Now, Alexander Isak is probably sitting there right now, and you know, Alexander Isak's probably sitting there right now and going, "Yeah, I would have liked to go on Liverpool. If Liverpool came in for me, I'm not going to turn Liverpool down." It's as simple as that. He's not going to turn the football club down. But unfortunately, he plays for Newcastle. He's got 3 years left on his deal. And Newcastle are saying he ain't going nowhere. Doesn't matter what you give us right now. We are not going to sell him. And you've got to look at it from a Newcastle point of view here. I know we don't like doing that because we want their player. But Newcastle haven't got a striker at the moment if they sell Isak. We have to remember that as well from a Newcastle point of view. They literally don't have a striker if they sell Isak. They're finding it difficult to buy at the moment because, you know, they've got no one coming from. João Pedro turned them down. You know, Ekitike actually turned Newcastle down. You know, he wants to go to Liverpool, so he turned Newcastle down. They've tried to get forwards in, but they can't get one. So from a Newcastle point of view, selling Isak right now when you've not got no one through the door, and then Liverpool go and nick their number 2 choice. Because I know Newcastle fans are doing this thing online at the moment where they're going, you know, oh, we convinced Liverpool to go and get Ekitike. We didn't really want Ekitike. That's bullshit. Newcastle have been after Ekitike since 2022. They've been after Ekitike since he was back in 2022. They've been looking at him for a long time. They wanted him in this market. Yeah. And Newcastle wanted him, but Liverpool wanted him more. And Ekitike looked at it and went, I'd rather go to Liverpool, man. And why wouldn't he? So from a Newcastle point of view, they're like, oh, you fucking just nicked our number 2 striker. You just nicked our number 2 striker that we wanted to go for. And now we're stuck, so we can't really sell. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Scrap says they agreed a deal with Ekitike in 2022 before they got Isak and it fell through. Exactly. So all these Newcastle fans coming online today with all this bullshit, they wanted Ekitike. Liverpool have played them well there by getting Ekitike. And that it's what Isak does going forward. Liverpool had encouragement to get Isak, yeah? Isak and his agent, whoever it was, spoke to Liverpool and went, right, if you come in for what basically happened, I think this is what happened. Isak's agent spoke to Liverpool. Isak's agent went, look, if you come in for my client Alexander Isak, he will join you, right? You won't have a problem with that, with personal and all that. He will join you, no issues. The problem is if his club Newcastle are willing to let him go. Newcastle might not be willing to let him go, which is another problem entirely. That's another problem entirely. He's got 3 years left on his deal. 3 years left on his deal. Let's think of it the other way round, guys. Let's think of it the other way round. Say someone came in for prime Mo Salah with 3 years left on his deal. Say a club was coming in for Mo Salah with a prime Mo Salah with 3 years on his deal. What are we asking for as a fan base? 200 million? Priceless? What are we saying? I think of it like that. What would we be saying? Would we be saying he's priceless? 200 million? No money could buy him? Like, as a football club, what would we say? Remember, Liverpool turned down 150 million last year from a Saudi club for Mo Salah. We turned that down. Talk about prime Mo. We would go nuts, wouldn't we? We'd be like, as a football club, you ain't touching Mo. He's priceless. Don't matter what you offer us. Prime Mo, 250. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at it from Newcastle's point of view like that, they're probably feeling exactly the same, man. They're probably thinking exactly the same. They've got arguably the second best striker in Europe behind Haaland. And if you can hear her bibbing, guys, that's my daughter's ventilator. She's trying to go to sleep. So that's what that bibbing is. Just letting you know. Yeah, 200 million. 200 million. No club's going to pay 200 million. You know, a 200 million pound buy for a player, you're talking your Messi's, you know, that Ronaldo, CR7s, that kind of price. Yeah, that kind of price. Liverpool are never going to pay 200 million, yeah, for Alexander Isak, because Alexander Isak is a good striker, he's a quality striker, but he's not that level. He's not that 200 million pound bracket is left for your Messis of the world back in their prime. Maybe your Lamine Yamal's right now. That's the level of that price. Do you know what I mean? It's so Liverpool have to look at it and go, we value Isak for 120, 130, 135 million, which I think is a fair price. I think 135 million for Alexander Isak is an extremely fair price in this market for a 26-year-old striker. So Newcastle will not go accept it, not with their owners. Their owners are just not going to accept it, guys. They're not going to accept it because they don't need the money. They don't need the money. They really don't. They've not got any peer. I know a lot of people are talking about PSR issues with Newcastle because they're going to sell some of their academy players. They actually ain't got that. They haven't got any PSR issues. Last year they made £350 million revenue, the highest in there since they've been in the Premier League. Newcastle will probably make more revenue than that next year because they're in the Champions League now. What everyone has to remember, this new Champions League format is making you so rich that it will stop PSR issues, this Champions League format. You know, that you don't get knocked out straight away. You play a load of games. You know, do you know what I'm saying? It's their revenue's going to go through the roof. So PSR issues in the future for Newcastle actually isn't going to be that much of a problem. It really ain't. And it would have been very difficult for Liverpool to get that deal done. And again, I don't want to be sitting here, yeah. Oh, I agree with that, Brett. Don't worry about that. I agree with that. But I was just using their best player with our best player analogy, if that makes sense. I'm not comparing the two players. I'm just saying we wouldn't sell our prime striker. And yeah, but them two more games, 40-year-old Virgil gives you another 40 million, don't it? It's ridiculous money that you can make now, and it helps your revenue, especially at PSR. But then Newcastle are stuck. Liverpool could have played a blinder here. Let's look at another one, guys. Let's look at another scenario. Here. Isak wants to move to Liverpool. Yeah? And Liverpool know they can't buy him this summer just because of the way Newcastle are being. They're going to make it extremely difficult. So Liverpool went, you know what, we're going to get our second choice and we're going to get Ekitike sewn up, right? So we definitely got our striker. For next season, Arne Slot hasn't got to worry about not having a striker. Bang, Bing, bong, bang. There you go. There's our striker, yeah? That's all sorted. But Isak still's like, oh, hang on. I would have liked to have gone to Liverpool. And now Ekitike's was our second. Like, what is that? What Isak might be feeling. I don't know this to be true. This could be absolute bollocks, you know. But Isak could be sitting there going, hang on. I thought you guys were going by Ekitike to come and play alongside me, right? Go and come play alongside me. But now he's gone to the club that were trying to come in for me. It might, you know, I talked about being Bastard FC. This might be the ultimate Bastard FC move by Liverpool, you know. I know Newcastle fans are out there today celebrating on social media like they've done Liverpool out on one or something. The fact of the matter is, Alexander Isak's not signed a new contract right now for Newcastle. Alexander Isak is 26 years of age. He will be 27 going into next season. Does he see himself at Newcastle for the next 3 years? The next 4 years? I don't think he does. And I think Liverpool have played something here that might actually still get him Alexander Isak, but just next season. And then next season we've got Isak and Ekitike. But it's called smart business, smart planning, smart ploying by the football club. Because Newcastle now, I don't know if you noticed, guys, every striker under the sun now has been linked with Newcastle. And none of them are probably good enough for what Newcastle wants. You know, they're looking at Wissa, who I think is a decent player, but again, 28 years of age. It's not exactly going to be the future over there. You know, they're not really looking at Osherman. You know, they wouldn't buy Osherman either because Osherman to come in, you know, the Osherman to come in would not play second fiddle to Alexander Isak. So, if you think about it that way, it makes a lot of sense. And Liverpool probably have done this in a way they're making Isak think about his future and what he wants to do. Look, Liverpool could still go and buy Isak this summer. There is still plenty of time. Liverpool could be the ultimate bastards here, right? This could be a massive playing move by Liverpool, yeah? Liverpool could go, hang on, right, we just need to get our striker in, yeah? They go and get Ekitike done because they're, don't know if you notice, guys, they're rushing this Ekitike transfer in, yeah? They reckon this can be done by the weekend. By Monday, you know, Ekitike could be at Liverpool. They're really moving fast for this. Ekitike apparently is putting a transfer request in as well. He wants to go to Liverpool. Say Liverpool go and get Ekitike in, yeah? Real quick, yeah? By the weekend, by Monday. Say by Monday, Ekitike's done. Let's just throw that out there. Say by Monday, Ekitike's done, yeah? And Liverpool are still looking at it. And now, Liverpool have got the rest of the summer to try and convince Isak to join Liverpool. Think of it like that. What we should be thinking of it like that. Because I don't think Liverpool... Guys, in the chat, do you actually think Liverpool are giving up on Ekitike? I can't speak. Do you guys think that Liverpool have actually given up on Alexander Isak? I don't think they've given up on him. I just think they needed to get their striker in. They just needed to get their striker in. Yeah, we're on tour next week, and that's why they need to get Ekitike in as well. So maybe Liverpool just needed to get their striker in, and then they can haggle all summer for Alexander Isak. I'm just putting it out there. That could be a situation. That could be a situation what Liverpool are looking at, yeah? I don't know. I just don't think Newcastle are selling him. If I'm absolutely honest, guys, I just don't think Newcastle are selling him this summer. I don't think it matters who comes in for him, if Isak wants to move or not. I just don't think they're going to sell him this summer. I think Isak could be upset by it. Isak could be pissed off by it. I just don't think Isak is the kind of player that comes into... will moan about it and down tools. I don't think any of us think he would do that, yeah? So he'll probably just stay at Newcastle next year and play and do what he does, yeah. But I just don't think Newcastle will go do anything, man. I just don't think Newcastle. I just don't think Liverpool never put an official bid in either. We have to remember that we've not put in an official bid, and that's why I'm saying maybe Liverpool will still play the Isak card all summer once they got Ekitike because they've not put a bid in. If Liverpool put a bid in and they got turned down, they moved to Ekitike, I would say that's it. Liverpool just got on with Ekitike and moved on. But Liverpool never put a bid. And I understand why Newcastle fans are upset about this. Like, I've always said it as well. Big up, Sean, man. Hope you're doing well, man. I've said this as well myself. If someone was coming in for Luis Suarez, with Arsenal, how pissed off was we with Arsenal when they came in for Luis Suarez? How pissed off would we be as a fan base if someone came in for Mo Salah and we said, no, he ain't for sale, fuck off. You know, but we're all hypocrites in football. Football fans are all hypocrites. Yeah? Newcastle fans, I'm sure, would be pissed off at another club if they didn't sell them the player they wanted to buy. Right? They'd get pissed off at that club. It's because we're all hypocrites in football, every one of us. We're football fans. We stick by our clubs. You know, our clubs do nothing wrong. Yeah, we wanted Martin Zubimendi to leave Sociedad and the Mountains, and he decided no, to stay with his boyhood club. And then we didn't want Trent to leave. And, you know, we're all, because it's our club. You know, it's our club. So, you know, we're all going to be protecting our football club, no matter who you support at the end of the day. So I can't blame Newcastle fans for getting upset. But the problem is, I think Newcastle fans are going a little bit over the top because we never made an official bid. And the fact that what I don't like at the moment in the footballing world is that all we did was make an approach. We didn't do anything else. We didn't do anything illegal. We didn't tap him up. We didn't do any of this stuff. All we did was go to Newcastle and make an approach. And Newcastle have said no. And Liverpool moved on. It's simple as that, man. It's as simple as that, man. Yeah, he left the mountains eventually for London, lol. 2 years later. Big up. But you know what I mean? It's still, you know, it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. It's football, man. It's football. But I'm not going to sit here and get upset about it, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here. Big up, David. I hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, I agree. I'm not going to sit here and get distressed about it or get unhappy about it all. I think the lazy thing everyone does now is when you see a new striker in the market who might not be the elite level striker, everyone just compares him to Darwin Núñez, which I just think is lazy to do. There's nothing that compares Ekitike to Darwin Núñez at all. They're completely different players. Absolutely different players. Comparing Ekitike and Núñez is just lazy. It's either people have not watched him or haven't got a clue. Yeah, it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. They're totally different players, man. Totally different players. Darwin Núñez, for one, hasn't got the link-up ability of Ekitike, and he's nowhere near a better footballer than Ekitike. Darwin. Darwin is nowhere near a better footballer than Ekitike. It's as simple as that, man. Simple as that. Oh, by the way, I'm not saying you guys in the chat are doing that. I'm talking about people online more. I know my community, the Liverpool community around here and the Coppish and all that wouldn't do that. So I know you guys are not doing that. When I chat about that, I'm not talking about you guys in particular. You know that. You know that. Yeah, Ekitike is a far better footballer. There's no similarities between both of them. Because Darwin was a failure, everyone just thinks, oh, another striker, 23 years of age, upcoming season, he's just another Darwin. What if Ekitike is another, I don't know, another Luis Suarez? Why don't we ever say the opposite? Why do we never say the opposite? Why don't we say, oh, Ekitike could be the next Henry or the next Suarez? But what we do is we go, oh, no, he's a one-season player. He must be like Darwin Núñez. Where's the truth? Where is that? You know, he's 23. Yeah, he's 23, and he had a bloody good year last year in a good league. I know we don't like the German league's not as good as the Premier League, so I don't think any league is, but it's still a top league in Europe. You know, this is not. You know, he's not playing in bloody Austria or Slovenian league or the Greek league or the Cypriot league. Plays in the German league, and he got Frankfurt, I believe, third in the league and got Champions League football. This is not a shit player. This is a good footballer who's got a lot of ability and a lot of upside to his game. You know, when I watch Ekitike play, he's very good on the ball. He's a good ball carrier. He's good at dribbling. He's good strength. He's quick. He's not like lightning pace, but he's quick enough. He gets away from defenders and he can hold defenders off. And the games that I've watched him play, he actually scores very good goals. You know, he has got an eye for a goal. You know, he puts them in the corner. He puts them out of reach of the goalkeeper. He's got a very good lift on him when he goes as well. He's a good player. He's not. Yes, I agree with everyone. And he just turned 23. This is a good footballer we're talking about with a lot of upside to him. But again, the comparisons to Darwin, I just don't get it. I just don't. I just don't get it. And yeah, like Simon says, we're playing over the odds because that's just the way the transfer market is. Everyone plays over the odds. Everyone pays over the odds. It's just the way it is. You know, it's just the way. It's just the way. Unfortunately, football is. Sometimes you just got to pay over the odds, and you move on. You know, unfortunately, that's the way it is. Guys, take your games out of you. Hugo is Hugo young. He can be great. Darwin is Darwin. Wanted him to rip it up. Isak was so much money. 27 next season, and his injury record over his time in Newcastle haven't been great. Yeah, Ekitike's going to be good. Now there is right. So some people have said he misses. He missed a lot of penalties last season, and he missed a lot of clear-cut chances in front of goal. Yeah. Okay. A lot of strikers miss clear-cut chances in front of goal. I think we can all agree with that, yeah? Haaland, a lot of people I've watched, Luis Suarez, all miss clear-cut chances at goal, right? All clear-cut chances. A lot of teams do. Messi, arguably the greatest footballer of all time, missed a shitload of penalties. Am I not going behind Messi because he might have missed a few open goals and he missed loads of penalties? I'm still not going by Messi. Do you know what I'm saying? This is this is what I'm trying to say. Does anyone actually think they're taking Salah off penalties for anybody? Of course not. I've seen Mo Salah miss penalties. Do you know what I mean? You know, Mo Salah scores penalties, missed penalties. You know, so last season, yeah, Ekitike missed goals outside. Ekitike's conversion rate is 12% outside the box, Sleepy Forest. Outside the box, because a lot of his shots came from outside the box last season, especially after Moosh miss. He didn't miss clear-cut chances. People prefer performed exactly to his big chance taken. He's underperformed difficult chances. And he's 22, just gone 23. Right. What was Isak like at Real Sociedad for big chances missed and stuff like that? I tell you what, if Ekitike kicks off next season, some people will go, stop comparing. I think what people do is stop comparing Ekitike to Darwin. Stop back. He's 22, just turned 23. He's a decent footballer. He's not the best goal scorer. Did anyone sit here and say Ekitike is the best goal scorer? No. Doesn't mean he's a shit footballer. Doesn't mean he's a shit number 9. You know, there's world-class number 9s in the world that may not be actually the best goal scorers, but it's still very good footballers. A lot of people, including me, and a lot of people I know, wanted Alvarez from Atletico Madrid. Yeah? Alvarez is not the greatest goal scorer, but a lot of people say he's a world-class footballer, and he plays in the number 9 area. I'm just saying, if we went and got Alvarez is nowhere near a better goal scorer than a lot of other number 9s out there, but a lot of people say he's a world-class number 9 because of the other stuff he does, the link-up play, the dribbling, the passing, the assisting, the creativeness as well as the goal scoring. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Bobby Firmino, as 40-year-old Virgil said, was never the greatest finisher, but he was a world-class number 9. You know what I'm saying? Not the best, not the greatest finisher ever, but a world-class number 9. Big up Sean in the chat. Mods, you know what to do, yeah? There's someone in the chat. I don't know what that shit's about, but can mods please get rid? I'd appreciate it. Any mods in the chat, can you please get rid of whatever that is in the chat right now? Any mods about? Get rid of all that shit in the chat right now, please. I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. The one with all the Russian flags and saying fuck Britain and all that sort of stuff, yeah? Yeah, big up, man. Just block them, ban them, all that shit. What's all that crap about, man? It's, what are we getting political for here, man? What are we getting political for? No reason to get all political like this. Just ban them, book them. Big up, Virgil. Just get rid, man. Just get rid. Don't need this shit about, man. This is a football content, man. Football content. I'm sorry if you can hear bibbing in the background. As I said, it's my daughter's ventilator machine. She's trying to go to sleep. So, at the end of the window, 100 million for Verts will feel like a bargain of the summer. Definitely, exactly. But yeah, that's yeah. Big up mods. Mods in the chat are the best. Big up all the mods in the chat. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say, man. It's you can have very good number 9s that are not always the best goal scorers. Yeah. Isak is a tremendous goal scorer. I'd say Haaland is a world-class goal scorer, but not actually a very good player, if that can make sense. Alvarez at Atletico Madrid is an extremely quality player. Some would argue a world-class footballer, but not the greatest goal scorer. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying about Ekitike. I'm not putting him in that bracket. What I'm trying to say is that Ekitike could be a tremendous footballer for Liverpool, but maybe just not the greatest goal scorer. And I'm good with that, man. You know, I'm great with that. Don't get me wrong. I'm great with that, honestly. Obviously, I'd prefer Isak. We all would. You know, most not sane people, I can't say that because a lot of people don't like Isak. But no, not sleep apnea, man. She's got a machine because of her lungs. And she's got oxygen and everything. Joe, do you reckon our chances of getting Rodrigo now have gone up? That'd be an interesting one. I've seen a lot of Rodrigo news today. I saw an article today. I think he worked for This Is Anfield, and he's saying Liverpool linked with Rodrigo at the moment, and it's wide of the mark or something like that. I'm not sure on the Rodrigo stuff. I think it all depends if Diaz leaves. If Diaz leaves, I think Liverpool will go and get Rodrigo. And look, Rodrigo, Ekitike, and Salah with Wirtz in behind. Come on, that front four is fucking quality. Do you know what I mean? Good link up play between all the players. Can all score goals. Can all run off the ball. Can all dribble. Can take on players. Can attack players. You know, I just don't know if Liverpool want Rodrigo. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if Liverpool themselves want Rodrigo. Let's get to some of the. I'll get my pinned messages up so I can read some of your super chats here. Big up everyone with the supers. Big up Pond Elf in the chat, man. Much love. He says, big up Jamie. Just had to leave. Streamers Drifty was saying Ekitike was underwhelming. He was always my first choice. He's a proper baller. Big up Pond Elf. Guys, I'll be talking to Drifty and the rest of the Coppish guys at 10:30 this evening on my Big Up channel. So make sure you go over to my Big Up channel to see more there with that. The link is pinned at the top of the live chat. Big Up City as well says he's good, but wanted a more proven striker for short term. I understand that. I think the fact that we've got, I think what we've got to remember, we have got Mo Salah at the football club, who for me will probably still outscore almost every player, maybe apart from Haaland, you know, in the league. As long as we get Rodrigo and Guay, then I'm good. Big up Andrew. Big up my man Sean as well. Much love, man. Let's be grateful for what we are about to receive in this transfer window, because let's be honest, we are just dead bored of in pre-season usually. Big up Sean, man. Appreciate it, love, man. Appreciate it, love. See something by Sean there. Hang on, let me get Sean's chat up. I'm in A&E with face like a balloon because of a dental pain. So really annoying. Show's taking my mind off it. Big up, Sean. You got a big abscess. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing worse than fucking teeth abscesses. I'll tell you that right now. It's the worst pain. I hope you get that sorted, mate. I hope you get that sorted. Yeah, you probably got an abscess there, man. Hopefully you get some antibiotics and then you'll start to feel fine. Trust me, I've had a couple of abscesses in my time, and yeah, once you get them antibiotics down you start to feel better quite quickly. To be fair, it probably gives some strong shit, Sean. Yeah. So yeah, big love, big up, man. Hope you get through it all right, man. Fucking, because abscesses are the worst, man. Abscesses are the worst. But feel better soon, my friend. Feel better soon. Victor Gyökeres is a serial goal scorer. That he is, man. That he is. Get a plastic set, Sean says. No more issues. Oh, you ain't DM'd me, did you, Ant? Big up, man. Let me just find that now. Big up, Ant, as always. Let me have a look here. There will Ben Jacobs. Ben Jacobs is on Grizzly's channel. There you go. There will be a chance that if Isak isn't possible and the left side needs strengthening, then Liverpool revisit Anthony Gordon, and that is another one to keep an eye on. I did tell everyone this. That Liverpool still like Anthony Gordon. You know, I did say that's one to keep an eye on. Anthony Gordon to Liverpool. I like Anthony Gordon as well. People are going to call me like this plain football fan soon, ain't they? People go, Jay, you like all these fucking shit ballers. And I'm like, it's not that. I actually think they're better than people give them credit for. That's all. I think a lot of fans, not saying you guys here, but I think a lot of fans sometimes look at the PR aspect of football sometimes. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's Liverpool 6-7. That's what I'm saying Ekitike is, man. Ekitike's got far better link up than Darwin. Far better link up. Big up David, massive big up to you, man. Became a member, level champions. Big up, man. Appreciate the love. Thank you very much, guys. If you want to be like my man David here and become a member, there's free membership tiers there. Starts off at 99p, the cheapest, and it works his way up. So yeah, go and check it out. Gordon swap deal, Darwin. Yeah, there's rumours tonight that Darwin could go to Newcastle. Now, I think I think you could probably get Gordon for around 70 million quid. I think Sean said that as well. There you go. I like Anthony Gordon. I can't tell you guys why. I just do. I think Anthony Gordon in Liverpool would actually be quite good. And we almost bought him last season. Don't forget that, guys. Jamie Bidford and Burmo just laugh at United. Can you imagine? Well, there's rumours right now that Man United might not even get him Burmo because Brentford have told Wissa and Burmo, both of you can't leave. One of you have to stay. And teams are looking at buying Wissa now, so they might not even get him yet. But yeah, I know I'm the only one who likes Gordon, guys. I get it. I'm probably the only one who likes Ekitike as well. I get it. But I have full trust, man. I have full trust. You know, I think Ekitike has been Liverpool's number one choice in most of the summer and never really changed. That's why we waited. But they thought Isak was a possibility. And they went to get Isak. But I will say this. Yeah, I will say this again. I think if Liverpool if Liverpool still think Isak's a possibility, I think they'll try and get Isak. I really do. If they think Isak's still a possibility, I think they will still try and get him. I'm just not going to lose my shit because we got Ekitike. Because I've watched Ekitike. Ekitike's a good footballer. He's a better footballer than Darwin Núñez. He's a good link-up player. He links up beautifully with the number 10, inverts in what we got. Yeah. I think Ekitike does better than what people think. I really do. But as I said, get him in before the weekend or maybe after the weekend. And then Liverpool, if they want to, guys, they can maybe go the rest of the summer and try and attempt to buy Alexander Isak still because the money is there. The money is there. And if Luis Diaz does go, they might not go and buy a left winger because Ekitike can play. I know he doesn't play. He's only played like 6 or 7 games at left wing. But if you watch Ekitike does like to go over onto that left-hand side of the pitch a heck of a lot. So there is a possibility where Liverpool go, you know what, Ekitike can drop off to that left, and then Isak can still be the main striker where you can fit them both in. So watch this space, guys. I think it's a watch this space time. I think Liverpool are just trying to get a striker through the door, guys, and one they rate, and that's what they're doing. And I've got to like the club for it. I've got to appreciate what the club are trying to do. Look, and everyone who compares again and keep comparing to Ekitike and Darwin Núñez. I will say this. Liverpool's whole scouting department that are still at Liverpool today did not want Darwin Núñez. They did not want him. We know it was a Jurgen Klopp signing. Jurgen Klopp was the one who really wanted to push it with Pep Linders, yeah? And I'm not slagging Klopp off for that. I'm just saying it's a fact. Our whole scouting department did not want Darwin Núñez. Our whole scouting department do want Hugo Ekitike. So everyone who thinks that Ekitike and Darwin are similar, you're so wrong, guys. They're night and day. They're night and day. They honestly are. They're night and day. What is everyone saying about Indy? What's everyone saying about Indy in the chat? What are we saying about Indy now? What are we saying about Indy? Let me find it. If I missed something, everyone saying about Indy and Vinny Jr. Is that real? Vinny Jr. Where? I don't see anything. Let me have a... Be at Indy, by the way. Let's have a look. Let's have a bit of fun here. Indicator. There we go. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, exclusive. If Real Madrid were to sell Vinny Jr. for 350 million euros to Saudi Arabia, fucking hell. LFC winger Luis Diaz will be one of the targets to replace him. The information has come from colleagues in Spain. 350 million euros for fucking Vinny Jr. Jesus! Vinny Jr. is not even that good. 350 million. Are you having a bubble bath? What the hell? 350 million. Evening to everyone in the chat, man. 350 million. That's... Do you know? No. Not on your Nelly would I spend 350 million, man. Oh, man. What the hell? 350 million. That is just mad money. Mad money. Mad money. Neil, you're not happy about the transfer window? So, if the transfer window ended with Marmadashvili, Mark Guay, Kirkes, Frimpong, Wirtz, and Ekitike, and Luis Diaz stayed at the football club, what would everyone rate that? I don't know why I got Neil up there. I didn't mean to pick on Neil there. What would everyone rate that as a transfer window? What would everyone rate that as a transfer window? So I say Marmadashvili because he cancels this transfer window because he went through with these funds and not last season's funds. So Marmadashvili, Kirkes, and Mark Guay, Frimpong, Wirtz, Kirkes, and Diaz stays. What would we rate that, man? A 9? I rate it highly. I think that makes I think that changes our team completely. Absolutely completely. We're able to play two different ways. There's more rotation because they're players that the manager trusts, that Arne Slot trusts. It's a good window, man. It's a good window. Fresh new talent into the team. Young talent as well. What's Kirkes? 22? Frimpong, what? 24? Hugo Ekitike, 23? What's Mark Gay? 24, 25? You know, the age comes down drastically. More youth in our team, more legs in our team, more skill. You know, I'm already impressed by Kirkes and Frimpong after. You got Connor Bradley there as well, who signed a new contract. Virgil stayed, Mo Salah stayed, signing new contracts. For me, that makes our team extremely good next season. I think our team was good last season. Yeah, I think our team was very good last season. Our team's much better this team. Marmadashvili, Kirkes, Frimpong, Mark Gay, Wirtz, and Ekitike. Them 6 players alone make that team 50 times better than it was last season, without a shadow of a doubt. And as someone just said in the chat, I think it's Neil in the chat, Wirtz alone is 7 out of 10. Do you know what I mean? Wirtz alone is 7 out of 10. Big up Mickey in the chat, man. It's a better window than United, at least. Yeah, exactly. And Marmadashvili, yeah. Yeah, we definitely upgraded our squad, man. It's a massive upgrade. And if Diaz leaves and we get a Rodrigo or someone like that playing that left-hand side, it's even a bigger upgrade. So I know people are freaking out right now. You know, I know people are freaking out right now and going ballistic because of the Ekitike thing. People think it's a massive downgrade because, as I keep saying, people are just linking it the same as Darwin Núñez. You know, that shouldn't be the case. No, they're nowhere near similar players. And I mean nowhere near. Nowhere near similar players. It's night and day. It really is. It's completely night and day between the two. Completely different footballers. Yeah, exactly. In this market today, you're probably looking at 200 million for a man that scores that has about 40 GA every season. Yeah, you're looking at over 200 million. So the upgrades are there. More legs in the team, younger as well. Chance of more add-ons in January and the following summer to improve that team even more. And like everyone says, the centre back position does need to be looked at. If Kanate is staying at Liverpool for the next year, I'm fine with it. Mark Gay, Kanate, Virgil, and Joe Gomez is a fine four by me. In fact, I don't know. It'd be hard to find four better centre backs than that in the league, if you ask me right now. Marmadashvili and Alisson Becker. Is there better goalkeeper depth in the Premier League? Like, honestly, is there better goalkeeper depth in the Premier League than Alisson Becker and Marmadashvili? Probably not. Then you've got four excellent centre backs there. If Mark Gay does come in, I think Liverpool will be looking to get that deal done if they can after the striker situation is sorted. Then the midfield, we haven't really touched the midfield. Big up, Nigel. How you doing, man? It was a lesson in knowing and not knowing your stuff. Big up. Is that on Dan Potts' channel? Big up, Nigel. Big up. That. And then we haven't really touched the midfield, but Wirtz comes into that midfield, I suppose you could say, because he's a number 10 and attacking midfielder. So you can say he's improved that midfield. If people weren't happy with Szoboszlai in the 10, well, Wirtz is a huge improvement over it. I know people have got their worries about the defensive midfield side of things. Be out, Fozzie, my man. Hope you're good. I know a lot of people got worries about the DM side of it, but I think McAllister and Gravenberch is the way Arne Slot wants to play. That's what he's looked at as his defensive midfielders. That's the way he wants to play. And I'm not saying it's correct or the way I would want to go about it, but that's the way he wants to go about it. So I have to respect what the manager wants to do, and it worked last year. I think Gravenberch is only going to get better at his job this year with another year in. I think Gravenberch will get better at his job. I think there's a chance for Szoboszlai to play a little bit deeper next year as well, where I can see there's games where Szoboszlai might play instead of Gravenberch on that side of the pitch in that area. So yeah, I can see that. I can see that happening as well. So again, the depth is better. No, I'm good, Nigel. I'm good, man. Big up, man. Bless. Yeah, you got Trainioni as well, who's coming through as well, and then you got that forward line. You got Salah, Gakpo, Ekitike by the look of it as well coming in. I think we will get another left winger as well if Diaz leaves. If Diaz doesn't, Diaz will stay. If he doesn't leave, you've got Diaz, Gakpo, Salah, Ekitike, and possibly Chiesa if he stays as well. So, there's stuff there. I'll tell you what, if Chiesa and Diaz do leave, I think Liverpool will buy another attacker. I think Liverpool will be in the market for another attacker, most definitely. So, yeah, there's depth there, and I'm loving it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm absolutely loving what we're doing this summer. There's got to be people out there, obviously, are upset about it, and the Isak blowers, and they just don't trust this Ekitike player. I don't know why. I think Ekitike's a baller. But big up Kevin becoming a member as well on the Legends deal. Big up Kevin, my man. He's got the Legends deal, man. He's got the Legends deal. Much love to my man. Yes, guys. My mouse keeps there you go, double clicking. There is Fozzie's channel. So if you've not subscribed to Fozzie's channel yet, please hit that link and go and subscribe to Fozzie. We try and we look after each other around here, man. Big up promo in the chat. We look after each other around here. All the Liverpool channels we look after. We protect our own. So yeah, go and subscribe to Fozzie's channel if you can, guys. I'd appreciate it. Link will be floating around in the live chat there. Just go and press it, subscribe, come back. Simple to do. Big up my man Promo in the chat. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, we've got Rio as well. Don't forget young Rio. He looks like he's going to break through as well. Oh yeah, promo. If that happens, yeah, you know what I mean. It's party time. It's party time. That can still happen. Promo, as I said, I was saying to everyone in the chat right now. I was saying to everyone in the chat probably before you got in here, promo, that Liverpool need their striker no matter what. So if you get Ekitike now, then you've got all summer still to try and test Newcastle for Isak if you want to. You got a load of time, man. You got a load of time. Be out, Sean. He says, warning, Drifty is on an absolute downer today. Why is Drifty so down? Right, to find out why Drifty is so down, guys, we will be live at 10:30 on Big Up. Let me share the screen with you right now. So, guys, at 10:30 tonight, it is the Vibes with Copy show. In just a little over an hour's time, you will have myself, Matt, Drifty, and Cal, all together, the full team back for Vibes with Coppish, and we're going to be talking everything. Now, a lot of you, I haven't seen it. I haven't spoken to Drifty. I haven't seen anything about what Drifty's done on YouTube today or anything like that. But a lot of you guys are telling me that Drift is really upset by this. So I will talk to Drifty myself and try and convince him that everything's A-OK. We will try our best, guys. So to do that, I'm going to need all of you to help me. There's 288 people here right now. Make sure if you want to know how to join Big Up, there is a link pinned at the top of the live chat, guys. A link pinned right at the top of the live chat. Press that link. If you want to know, all you got to do is have an email and a password, like you do with a Google account, and then you can go and subscribe to all the beautiful people that are on Big Up. Myself, Coppish, obviously, Never a Foul. You got Rory Talks Football over there. You got Matt's own channel. You got Drifty's own channel. So yeah, go and check it out, man. Go and check it out. We're going to be there at 10:30 tonight. If I go on I can show you right now. So as you can see, there's loads of. It's a bit like YouTube. If you don't know what it's like, guys, this is what it's like here. This gives you this little video here will give you a little bit of information what it's like. For people who don't know, we can show football highlights on here as well. So after every Liverpool game next season, we can go through and show you the football highlights and all the goals scored and stuff like that. So yeah, this is the video for it here. So yeah, go and check out Big Up if you've not checked it out already. To sign up, all you need is a password, an email and a password. That's all you need. And you're away. And yeah, there's like YouTube, loads of channels here. There's last week's Vibes with Coppish show. As you can see, loads of stuff. And there's my channel. And there's my channel. So make sure you go and subscribe, guys. You go over, you press join. I'll show you what to do. Look, if I go back on home, I'll go on someone I don't subscribe to. Let's find someone. I might subscribe to all these guys. I don't. Right, let's go on the Irish Hotspur a minute. You'll see that join community bit there, yeah? So when you go on my channel, you just press join community, and then you become a subscriber to the channel. That's how you become a subscriber. You press join the community. As simple as that. Simple as that, guys. So yeah, there's my channel. Press join the community, and you'll be there at 10:30. It's going to be a blinder. So make sure you're there in over an hour's time, guys. Came out with Furious of Ekitike news. Drifty wants to keep Nunes. He's always attached with players more than the club. Drifty is down because he overrates Nunes and thinks Ekitike is closer to Nunes in an upgrade. He's nothing like. The problem is that they're nothing alike. They're literally. Oh, hang on. The thing is, they're nothing alike. Ekitike and Nunes, nothing alike. Why is K-Mac furious? I thought K-Mac knows we've been after. But the thing is, K-Mac himself, I love K-Mac to death, man, but K-Mac knows we've been after Ekitike. I swear K-Mac liked Ekitike the last time we spoke. Maybe I'm wrong here. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. You know. Ian says literally making shit up. What the Nunes stuff, the comparison. I am shocked. Yeah, the Big Up channel's fun, man. Just don't mention Nunes in any shape or form. Oh, I'm going to mention. I'm going to mention. Well, look, I absolutely love Drifty, and we'll go have a conversation, man. Don't worry. We'll have a conversation. I don't think I missed any super chats while I was just going through my Big Up stuff. If I did miss a super chat, please let me know so I can go back and see and find it. Look, again, Big Up Trigger TV in the chat as well. Hope you're doing well. Drifty's on the madness. Again, I don't know what you got. I don't. Is Drifty really that bad today? I'm going to have to talk to him in a minute. I'm going to have to talk to him. We'll try and convince him, guys. We've got to do it together, though, guys. We've got to do this together. I can't do it on my own. You know, I might have to convince everyone. So, yeah, if hopefully all you guys come over to Big Up at 10:30. So there's 280 people in the chat right now. I know Enz is on. I know K-Mac is on. Everyone's live right now. So big up everyone being here. I do appreciate that. But yeah, make sure you come over to my Big Up channel. We are close to 500 subscribers, I believe. Let me just have a look. K-Mac, this is 475. So we're not far off, guys. We're not far off. We're 25 off. We're 25 people off 500 subscribers. So if you've not subscribed to Big Up just yet, guys, go and hit that link at the top of the live chat right there. Top of the live chat. Hit that link and then subscribe to my Big Up channel. Every Thursday night, you can see me and the Coppish Boys every Thursday night at 10:30. When the football season starts back up, every 24 hours after every Liverpool game, we will be live on Big Up as well to do the match reactions with highlights. So it's like a mini match of the day, basically. So, yeah, there's lots to look forward to. As again, we don't have no copyright or monetization rules over there. We can show football highlights. They've got a package over there where we're allowed to. So, yeah, make sure you go over there, guys. It's going to be good next season. Trust. It's going to be fun. Drifty had a theory that we should let Newcastle buy Ekitike and then try to buy Isak. But then what if we can't buy Isak? Then what? If we can't buy Isak, we're fucked. Do you know what I mean? We're absolutely fucked. Harvey Elliott has been given permission to talk with clubs while fees agreed. Yeah, I think he's going to West Ham. There's a lot of news today picking up that he's on his way to West Ham, so we shall see. But guys, I'm going to leave all more talk. We're going to go over to Big Up at 10:30, guys. You know, we're going to go to Big Up at 10:30, and we're going to talk everything about Hugo Ekitike. We're going to try and we're going to try and cheer Drifty up. So come with me as we try and cheer up my man Drifty as well. And also, we're going to talk about the Harvey Elliott stuff and all that other news. Rodrigo, Canate. It's going to be a great show. I'll probably go a couple of hours. Make sure you get over there at 10:30. I'd appreciate it. Jamie, I love the way you support the club. I haven't watched a lot of your channel content, just your panel appearances. I'll be tuning in a lot more. Big up, Fonzie. I appreciate it, love, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, love, man. Yeah, I'm always here supporting my club, man, through thick and thin, man. Through thick and thin. I appreciate it, love. Thank you very much. Guys, don't forget the likes. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget you get your asses and your butts over to Big Up. Links at the top of the live chat. 10:30. Me, Cal, Matt, and Drifty.